Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching this video. Today I'm going to be talking about you are the narcissist personal slave, or that's what they're trying to make you into. They want to make you into their personal slave. You stay at home basically locked up like you're a prisoner, so they can go out and they can go out and get new supply, and then they can come back and have supply at home too. So they're trying to get supplies in all areas. They want to make sure that they secure supply. If you have children with the narcissist, or you were married to the narcissist, they probably wanted to keep you in that kitchen cooking or cleaning, or if you're a man, maybe she wanted to stay at home and she expected you to go out to work and demanded the majority of the money to be spent on her trips, expensive items, also pay for the household. You'd have to pay for the bills, and then when they make money, then they would spend it on expensive gifts for themselves, or they will just spend it on the new supply, and they will lie about, certain bills coming out or having to pay bills. But really and truly, you believe them because we know that life, unexpected things happen, rainy days happen, and sometimes a bill will come out and you have to pay for that bill. With certain narcissists, they don't actually pay their bills. They are in debt, or they don't pay bills that they should be paying. They pay a little bit of money towards the bills, or they don't pay anything because they feel like they are entitled and they shouldn't have to pay their way. If you're the one that has the car and the money to actually afford the car, and the narcissist doesn't, they expect you to be their personal driver. Or if it's the other way around and the narcissist is the one that has the money and is the one that's able to afford the car, wherever you want to go, you have to wait for them to drive you around. So if you said you wanted to go to the supermarket to get food for the house, then he will demand that you, or he or she will demand that you wait for them so they can drop you to the supermarket and drop you home. I went through this myself, and I felt like, oh, that's so sweet. He's helping me do the food shopping because he's dropping me to the supermarket and he's coming back. No, that's not the reason why he's doing it. That's not the reason why they do it. They want to keep an eye on you. You know why? Because the way you meet people in life, you can meet people going to the supermarket. You can meet people anywhere. So they don't want you to find or to bump into your real soulmate, or to your husband or to your wife. They want to make sure that they are watching everything. So even though you're their personal slave, they expect you to be a whole range of things, a whole range of things such as the therapist, the motivator, the emotional punching bag. Let's just say you make them a nice meal. They will complain about the food. They will say the pasta is too hard, or the pasta is too soft, or the chicken's not seasoned enough, or the chicken's too seasoned. Like, you could never get it right. There was one narcissist that I lived with, and the house was always spotless, but she claimed that the house was a mess. She claimed that nobody could clean her house, like literally nobody could clean her house, but she didn't want to clean it either. So at first I thought maybe she was OCD, because some OCD people, they don't like anyone cleaning anything. They want to do it themselves. However, I realized she wasn't OCD because she didn't like to clean either. And let's just say, you have money, the narcissists have money. They would expect you to get a bigger house or a bigger car to look better. But then really and truly, even though you may have more money and you could probably just about afford it, most people with sense would live below their means. So they would actually live comfortably. So they live in a place where, the rent is a certain amount of money. They could afford somewhere more expensive, but they'd rather use that extra money to save or to do other things with. They expect you to have nothing left. You can't do nothing for yourself, and you can't run away if that's what you're thinking of doing. They expect you to answer their phone as soon as they call you. They could call you, doesn't matter what time they call you, they want you to pick up that phone. If you don't pick up that phone, they will go into a rage. If you're in a relationship with them, they would think, oh, you're cheating. Or if it's a friend, they would get upset and they will give you the silent treatment because you didn't pick up the phone when they called. They don't realise that people actually have their own lives. They would expect you to stay at home on the weekends to deep clean the house, whilst everyone's out enjoying the sun, living life, going to spas, going out to restaurants. They want you to clean that house all by yourself whilst they go out and get new supplies. And even if you were to stay at home and deep clean and cook and clean, it's still not good enough. There's always going to be something wrong. Like I said, the food's not good enough, the house is not clean enough, It's always something, so there's no point trying to make the narcissist happy. If they have their own house, they will beg you to move in with them so you can depend on them. Or if they don't have anything, they're homeless, you know, they expect to move in with you. And then when they first move in, they're just doing all the cooking, they're doing all the cleaning, they're paying bills, and then the switch happens when all of a sudden they fall back from cleaning, they fall back from paying the bills, or the lights will go off and you will say, I thought you were in control of the electric, you had to pay the bill, and they'll come up with this excuse about how they had to spend money on other things, and then you end up taking the electric bill and paying it yourself. Let's just say you're in a bad situation and you have to move in with the narcissist, or maybe you have to move in with the narcissist and the narcissist mother if you're on the younger side. Then, you know, this is when the tag team happens. So whilst you move in, the mum will, you know, cook you lovely food and treat you lovely, and then before you know it, a switch happens where she starts complaining how she's too ill, too sick, too tired, and because you're living in their house, you feel obliged to cook and clean, and then you become the mother's personal slave or the father's personal slave. And then the narcissist all of a sudden doesn't have time to spend with you. They're out there cheating, so you're getting abused by the mother or the father, or maybe even both, whilst the narcissist is out there cheating. You can't keep tabs on what they're doing because you're too busy trying to make the narcissistic mother happy. They tag team and they abuse you to keep your head spinning, to keep you, you know, realizing that they are the people you need to run away from, delaying your destiny, and they're actually, you know, breaking you down whilst you're trying to build them up. Make sure the house is nice and clean. Maybe if you're a man and you do, you know, handiwork, maybe you're fixing the house, you're helping, you're doing things when really and truly they should be paying someone to do these things. You're doing it for free out the goodness and the kindness of your heart, and they are using you. Okay, they're using you, and when they're done with you, they're gonna kick you to the curb and act like they never received anything from you. It's like they have amnesia. It's like they forget literally everything you've done for them, and they act like you're the crazy one, that, you know, they did everything for you and you use them. That's why they say no contact, and that's why they say to leave the relationship, because you will become their personal slave. If it's a narcissistic family, then you will be used for your energy, for your resources across the whole family. You'll be used for all different things. It's not always about money they'll use you for. You know, sometimes it could be your resources, your connections, whatever it is. That's why we say stay no contact. So that's what I have to say about you being the narcissist personal slave. If you do like this video, please hit that like button and please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next video. Bye.